Hi, it's Rebecca here from Precious Pages Papercraft, and today I'm designing a layout for Bramble Fox using some store goodies. And I think they might actually be so new that they're not in the shop yet, but they will be shortly, so don't panic. And it's a gorgeous little set of mini perspectives, and you get lots of little XOXOs. You get like a light hot pink cerise colour, baby pink, like a turquoisey teal colour, and then white, and you also get loads of little hearts in there as well. Really cute pack, and I love it. And as soon as I saw it, it made me think of the new Simple Stories Heart Eyes collection, so that's what I've pulled out to use with this. And I'm starting with this darker paper here because in the photo it's my little boy and I on holiday last summer, and we are on like a fairground ride, and I'm wearing a black kind of play suit that's got red and pink and white florals all over it, so the colours actually match this paper really nicely. So I've cut myself a chunk of this paper to kind of sit as my backdrop for my photo, and I wanted to sort of do something a bit different and a bit interesting with it, rather than just sort of distressing the edges as I normally do. So I had the idea to use one of my circle punches and cut some kind of semicircles out all the way around. Now I did the first one, and then I wasn't very confident that I would be able to do the rest to kind of the same depth so that they all lined up nicely. So I cut that first one and then actually ended up drawing around that so that I could line my punch up over it, just to make it look a bit more uniform. And at first I was just going to do the top and bottom sections, but actually I decided to do all four edges. So it's just something a bit different. It looks a bit more interesting than just having a rectangle of patterned paper on my background. So I've done that, and my initial idea was to kind of layer up a few bits of paper from the collection, a bit hickory-pickory, so some at an angle, some straight. Past that I didn't really have a plan, so this video does have a lot of faffing because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do or how I wanted these papers to sit. So you'll see in a minute I do play around a little bit with them. But I knew I wanted that darker one as kind of my base for my photo, and I've cut a strip of that gorgeous, or section, sorry, of that gorgeous bright orange paper there, and matted my photo with that. I wanted lots of bright colours in this layout, and I adore this stripy pattern. It's probably one of my favourites in the collection. So I wanted to get some of that on as well, and I couldn't decide what to do. Did I want a long strip going all the way along the page? Did I just want a little bit peeking out either side, or top and bottom? And you'll see here I move it around quite a bit, trying to come up with something that I'm happy with. And in the end I tear it into sections so that I've got some of that lovely turquoisey colour and some of the pink colour showing, because those are the colours that will match my perspectives. And you can still see here I'm still not happy, and then I cut another bit in half and decide to have a long strip top and bottom like so. So I'm going to get things stuck in place, and I got a bit carried away there and stuck my photo down without foam behind it. And I always put foam behind my photo, but for some weird reason, probably because I was doing this quite late at night, I didn't put any foam behind, and it really bugged me the whole way through making this layout. So I do end up actually taking my photo off later on and adding that foam in. So for my title I'm using an older perspective from Bramble Fox. It says Just Chillin, and it's in that gorgeous tealy colour again to match my little XOs. This title perspective I think was released as part of the wildlife collection back in the summer. It was one of the titles from that, but it works really nicely with the XO set and the colours in my patterned papers as well. And it was perfect because we were just having a day chilling down at the beach. We'd played adventure golf, it was pirate golf, and then we'd gone on a few of the little fairground rides, which is something my little boy doesn't normally do. He doesn't like anything that makes lots of noise, and we've been to this place so many times and he never wants to go on the rides because they make too much noise. But last year, for some reason, it was just his year, and we bought tokens and he wanted to go on all the things. I even got him on a mini roller coaster, which he didn't like particularly, neither did I, if I'm honest. But I was so proud of him for having a go. But it was just one of those days. It wasn't the hottest day of our holiday, so we didn't want to lay on the beach or do anything sort of in the sea. So it was nice just to have a day just chilling and doing what we wanted. So you can see I've decided to extend my design down a little bit as well and have some of those pattern papers repeated down the bottom, just because I felt my layout was very top heavy and I needed to bring it down a bit. And those pattern papers work really well at doing that, matching them up, and I've got some of my perspectives going down there as well. Now, I suppose I should say something about my mixed media. I wanted to have a little bit of colour on my background, but I wasn't in the mood for the packaging technique or anything too messy. And I thought I might really like to just scrape some Distress Oxide pads across my background and have the lines showing where it had scraped. There's no gesso on my background or anything, so I knew that the colours weren't going to sort of spread out or move much, and once they were down I wasn't going to be able to do a lot with it, but I thought that would be okay. So I've scraped two across. I've used Mermaid Lagoon and Picked Raspberry, and then I've come in with a wet sponge, trying to just move a little bit of the ink just to soften some of the edges, so I had some soft edges and some where you could see those lines, and that's what I was really going for. But I really don't like how it turned out. I wasn't happy at all. And I thought, oh, it's just one of those pages. If I keep going with it, once everything is stuck down on top of it, it will be okay. And often with mixed media that does happen. Things totally change appearance when you start building your layout on top of it. But with this one, that just wasn't working for me. I didn't like it at all. Possibly because the actual sort of design itself is quite blocky, with those blocks of pattern paper up the top there. And I just didn't like the shape of the mixed media. I just did not like anything about it, really. So I actually change out my background in a minute, but I thought it would be useful to keep this footage in, just to show that it doesn't always work first time, even for people on design teams, and mixed media is all so very trial and error. Some days I might create something that I absolutely love, and other days I might, like this, just create something I'm not happy with, and I just think, no, it's ruining my layout, I'm not happy with it, it's not making me happy or bringing me joy, so it's going to go in the bin. And that's okay, I don't mind that at all. It's just a bit of cardstock. It's a bit 12 by 12 cardstock. The rest of my layout I absolutely love. It was just that mixed media. So I thought I would keep that in for you to see that it doesn't always work out. That has now been discarded to the side, and in a minute it will go in the bin. And I'm going to go with just a plain white background because I was much happier with how my layout looked before the mixed media. I like how bold and bright these colours are and how they look. They really pop against a white background. So I don't know what possessed me to do mixed media in the first place, but I do like how it looks without the mixed media. So I'm going with that instead. So it's quite easy to just peel everything back off of the mixed media background, and I've just got it restuck in place. I'm not sure if I've added the foam behind my photo. Ah, here we go, I'm just about to do it. It was really bugging me that I hadn't. And I do like to have foam behind my photo to raise it up, because especially when you've got a lot going on the page, and my photo has got lots of colours in it, it's quite a busy looking photo on some busy looking pattern papers, so I didn't want it to get lost. So I do like to add it on foam just to raise it up, and it keeps it the focal point of the layout. So now I've got the foam behind it, I am much happier. I've added a couple of tags underneath my photo, just coming down at angles. Everything's about angles on this layout, nothing is stuck down straight at all, completely intentionally. I just wanted it to look like I just randomly put some papers on my background and then stuck my photo on top, but obviously random with a bit of control, not completely random, just a random by choice. So yeah, I've put those tags at an angle. I've added some metal eyelets to them with my crocodile, and now I'm getting my title in place. And because I've got that foam behind my photo, my title, as it quite often does, is overlapping my photo. So the other half of that I've had to raise up on foam so that it sits flush with my background. And now I'm using glossy accents to get all of my little mini perspectives stuck in place. And I'm trying to spread the colours out here. So I've popped the kind of tealy blue one over on the left, on the opposite side of the Just Chillin title. So I've now got a triangle formed around my photo of that colour. I've got the XOXO at the top left, the Just Chillin title over on the right, and that blue tag down at the bottom. And kind of the same with the pink. I've got a pink ticket sticker that I've stuck at the top left of my photo, and then I've got that tag on the bottom right, and I've added some pink perspectives there as well. And I'm just building that design out a little bit. I've added a couple of floral stickers. I've got some lollipops up the top there because there was sort of ice creams and things on this day, so anything sweet treats like that works for me. I think my little boy had a bubblegum ice cream, which coincidentally matches the colour scheme of this layout. It was kind of like a pinky blue coloured ice cream, two-tone. So there's some photos from that would work well as well with this collection. But I'm just bringing in some little pieces now just to add some more details to the page. It's all about little pieces, this layout. So I've got an ice cream down the bottom, and then all these lovely little hearts. I've added some little black and white stickers just to bring in some hints of black and white around the page. And again, black and white heart going up the top there, and a couple more of these heart perspectives. And I love this set because there is so much in it. I think you get 2 exos in each colour, plus lots of hearts as well. So it's really jam-packed, this set. And you can get away with using loads on the same page. It's not just like a big title where you just want one. You can have loads. And I was just about to add a doodled black border to my page and decided actually I might like to add some stamping instead. So I had a quick flick through my stamps and I've pulled out a couple of really tiny ones. I've tested them on some cardstock just first because I do find sometimes my smaller stamps tend to bleed a little bit on my backgrounds, but these two are okay. So I've pulled out a tiny little heart and I'm just doubling up on that to make sure it's nice and bold and black. And then I've got some little kind of circle dots in a line, and I'm doing that either side of the heart. It's just a little bit more detail, a bit more interesting than just doodling. But I am going to fill in the spaces between those stamps with some doodling. And I love the way that looks. I do a double lined doodle and make sure it's overlapping in areas, so it's almost like a controlled messy border. And I love how that turns out. And I'm just going to finish the layout off then with some black cord tied through those tags, through the eyelets. I'm not a fan of leaving tags without cord or thread. So I was raiding my stash for some black embroidery thread and actually couldn't find any. I think I must have run out of black. But I did find this cord here, and then it's a little bit elasticy. And not the easiest to work with, but I'm just going to tie a couple of bows through those tags, and I think that first one I actually redid. I wasn't very happy with it. They just didn't look the same, so yeah, just add those. And I love the boldness of that black against the background, and it just pops with the little bits of black showing here and there. And that is me done. So there'll be some close-ups in a second for you, but thank you very much for joining me. Do keep an eye out on the shop because this set will be uploaded very shortly if it hasn't been already. Morag is super organised, so it might already be there by now. But thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the layout and the process and it gives you some inspiration. I will leave some links in the description box for you, as always, to our Bramble Fox Friends Facebook group and also to the Bramble Fox website, where you can shop the store goodies and also sign up to our monthly Foxbox subscription, or the Foxbox Plus, where you get some paper snips and stencils as well. So lots going on there. So you'll find those links below. But thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time.